Have you ever seen those breathtaking photos of waterfalls or rivers where the water looks like silky smooth mist, creating an almost dreamlike scene? It makes the power of nature feel so serene, and you might wonder how photographers capture that magical blur. Photographers achieve the stunning blurry water effect primarily through a technique called long exposure photography. This means leaving the camera's shutter open for an extended period, allowing moving elements like water to be recorded as a smooth, ethereal blur, while stationary objects remain just sharp and in focus. The core mechanism behind this effect is the shutter speed. When the camera's shutter stays open for a longer duration, all the tiny movements of the water over that period are combined into one single frame. Imagine painting with a brush. If you move your hand quickly across the canvas, you get a blur, but if you hold it still, you get a sharp line. The same principle applies here, with each droplet of water tracing a path that merges with others to create that signature silky look. Factors like the speed of the water, the amount of ambient light, and the desired level of blur all influence how long the shutter needs to remain just open. To create this effect yourself, you will need a few key pieces of equipment and follow some specific steps. First, use a camera that allows manual control over shutter speed, like a mirrorless or digital single-lens reflex camera. Second, a sturdy tripod is absolutely essential to keep the rest of your scene perfectly sharp while the water blurs. Third, you will likely need neutral density filters, often called ND filters, which are dark pieces of glass that attach to your lens and reduce the amount of light entering the camera. This allows you to use a longer shutter speed even in bright conditions without overexposing your image. Start by setting your camera to a low ISO, around 100, and a smaller aperture like f8 or f11 for greater depth of field. Then experiment with shutter speeds ranging from 1 second to 30 seconds or even longer, adjusting based on the light and desired blur. One interesting detail about ND filters is their stopping power, measured in stops. A 6-stop ND filter, for example, reduces the light by 6 stops, letting you use a shutter speed 60 for times longer than without it. This allows for those incredibly long exposures even in daylight. For capturing truly misty, cotton candy-like water, photographers often aim for shutter speeds of 10 seconds or more, especially in very bright conditions where a strong ND filter becomes indispensable. The technique transforms dynamic water into a soft, flowing element, emphasizing movement and creating a sense of calm and timelessness. Mastering long exposure for water photography lets you capture breathtaking landscapes that evoke a sense of tranquility and artistry. By understanding how shutter speed and light interact, and by using the right tools like a tripod and ND filters, you can transform ordinary scenes into extraordinary visual poetry, highlighting the serene motion and subtle beauty of nature's flowing elements.